So, autumn's arrived, which you know what that means. What it means to a lot of people anyway. Conkers aplenty. But should conker fights be made into official competitive sport? Well, dance legend Phil Taylor thinks so. We asked you what you think.
I don't know about that. Just a professional sport. I think it's over the top.
It could catch on. It could be a great idea.
Considering I haven't actually played conkers since I was a kid, and I don't know if you actually ever have, I'm not sure it would actually be a sport, but definitely a fun hobby, an autumn hobby.
Well, we're joined now to discuss this by former world badminton champion and Olympian Gail Ems, who thinks it should never become a sport, and former world conker champion Stuart Campbell, who is indeed backing it. Stuart, I think a lot of people have been in touch saying, for a start, we've got to allow kids to play conkers in the playground before it can be an Olympic sport. Why are you so passionate about it? Why do you think it needs sporting status?
It's a great, fun event for people of all ages and all standards. We are a very inclusive sport. We have age categories, obviously, for the younger people to improve their confidence and help them with their techniques. And then we have a category for as old as you like. We have people into their 90s competing with us each year. I'm
sure people love it, but what makes it a sport as opposed to a fun activity?
OK, well, you know, the definition of a sport is a physical activity that is played to rules and is a competition. And, you know, we are there competing every year.
So it sounds, Gail, like it does fit the definition of a sport.
Oh, a sport is such a loose term, though, isn't it? It is physical activity. That's the one thing that I just can't quite get my head around, Stuart, because I'm not sure you can do like that is classed as a physical activity in terms of sport. It's a skill. It is a skill. I just don't think you can put it up there with the sports like, you know, triathlon, badminton, sprinting. I mean, run a 10K and then do that. Then I might, you know, call it a sport. Do a triathlon and then play conkers. Then we can talk about it being a sport. But, you know, this is great. It's fantastic, really happy for you. But sport, we have to, you know, if my kids say, I want to be a professional sports person, and then it's conkers, no offence, I'd be a little bit disappointed.
What about the world of darts, though, Gail?
I still think that's a skill.
It's a skill, but that's got sporting status. That's got a world championship. It's a globally recognised sport.
It is, but the sport, there are skill sports. And these are ones, pool, snooker, darts. You know, I think they're, you know, shooting, archery, I think they're skill sports.
But they have a place at the Olympics.
They do, and that's the whole tradition. But I don't think Pierre de Coubertin was thinking about playing conkers when he was thinking about the ultimate Olympian happening.
But maybe he hadn't played conkers, though.
Maybe he hadn't, but, you know, I guess the traditions of it, you have the traditions, the modern pentathlon, for instance, as well. I'm not sure you're going to take one of those sports out.
Our producer just said they had drawing in the original Olympics, so they were quite open to all sorts of bizarre sports back then.
Tell your producer to stop.
Maybe I can be an Olympian after all. So a lot of schools have banned it because when it goes wrong, it can cause injury. I actually injured myself trying to play with Ben this morning. So I've
taught you about trying to play with me. That's the issue.
This weekend. So you know it's a skill. You believe it's a sport.
It is.
Would you think people should be allowed to play it in the playground, or does it need to have, you know, a bit of care taken?
Well, we do take care around it. You know, we have to play safe conkers, and it's, you know, good to take some precautions, but absolutely it should be played by young and old. You know, I played it in the playground from the earliest ages. I don't see why modern children shouldn't do exactly the same.
What's the skill and the trick that I clearly didn't have?
Well, there's lots of different techniques, so difficult to go into in a short time. I would really have to show you. I'll give you a lesson afterwards.
Lots of people getting in touch saying, because this year, I think I'm right in saying, you're allowing people to bake the conkers for the first time.
Wasn't there a big fuss over mushy conkers?
Well, we were concerned this year, but we've done extensive testing this week for our competition nuts, and we will not need to do any baking this year.
Oh, there's no baking of the nuts?
No.
I love how this is doping control in conkers.
I mean, there was a whole fuss earlier in the week, wasn't there?
There was indeed. There was a concern that conkers, they are not as big this year as we would normally prefer them to be, but they are in good condition.
Let's have a look at what Twitter said. We did ask whether we should make conkers a real sport. 33% said yes.
Yes.
67, Gail.
I'm going to take that.
Winner.
Thank you
Said
for
no.
67%.
Gold on that one. Oh,
Good
my
luck with the World
goodness.
Championships,
Thank
though,
you.
of
Thank
course.
you.
I'm sure there's lots of people who are going to absolutely love it. It's been lovely to have you both in. Thanks for chatting
you.
with us.